This is a bit of a sensitive topic, so let's be nice in the comments if anyone even comments. But as you can tell by the title, I just want to talk about like, why do I look the same if I work out so much? And so people might not have wondered it, people might have wondered it, but it's definitely something that I think about all the time when I'm like, okay, I see like certain change in my body, but then I'm like, well, I still don't feel like, for someone who's been working out for so long, like I should be where I am. And it's because, so I really started to love working out. Like I developed like as like a passion in 2016. Like the day I found out my dad died, so it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. That day I ended up going to the gym, and I was there for like 3 hours just working out, and I think I cried almost the entire workout. But from that point on, like I've always really liked going to the gym, but then it would be like I would get in a good pattern, and then I would start to overdo it. Like I need to work off everything I've eaten. Like it was never really like, it was an all or nothing. It was never something that was maintainable or even healthy, like mentally or physically, to like be doing the way that I was. And so after my dad died, I really started to use the gym as something that was like a coping mechanism or something. Like it was either I can work out or I could, you know what, if you get my drift. And ever since then, I've always like used it as a way to like better myself mentally, I suppose would be a good way to say it. Like I felt like whenever I felt like I was slipping into like a really bad depression, or if I just feel like I couldn't get myself together, like the gym was always there. So I didn't never use the gym as a way to lose weight. Like don't get me wrong, like I wanted to drop some few pounds, I wanted to have like muscle mass, so I was like, if that comes, great. But I also know that like the real reason that I'm constantly going to the gym is because if I don't, I'm going to jump off of a cliff. And so I'm going to choose to go to the gym. Like it was something that I could express, like my stress, my anger, my sadness, my grief, whatever it looked like, I was able to express it through working out. And so technically, like, so I was working out for that reason, and not necessarily the reasons to see myself and my body physically change, as much as it was more of like an emotional change. And so now that I feel like I'm out of that dark place and in such a new season of my life, I feel like I can really focus, like, such like 2021, I really want to focus on actually getting my body to where I would like it to be. I don't hate my body. I love it so much, and I love it enough to want it to be the best version of itself. And to, I mean, I'm not diabetic or have like high blood pressure or anything, but just from statistics, like those odds are very much stacked against me. Like high diabetes and high blood pressure and kidney problems, those run on both sides of my family. I have family members getting diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at 12. Like, that's not a life that I want for myself, you know what I mean? So now I feel like I'm really more focusing on like the physical health aspect of it, and just wanting to like be the healthiest version I can be, but also wanting to like cultivate like a good physique, you know what I mean? So like I feel like before I was working out to be the best version of Chelsea mentally, and I feel like now that I don't feel like I live under such a dark cloud anymore, thank God, I feel like I can be the best version of Chelsea physically, and I can be physically present, and I feel like my body can be a representation of how I feel. And like I said before, like I love my body. I don't think hating your body is gonna get you anywhere, because if you hate your body, nothing is ever going to be enough. It's when you start to love yourself how you are and decide like, I love myself, but I want better for myself, is when I feel like the change really, really like occurs. And so that's what I feel like now. And like I know that I feel like since I've started YouTube, like I probably don't look any different. Like my face got super round because of all that quarantine weight, something that I'm very insecure about, and like I subconsciously think about it all the time. I'm like, oh man, people are probably noticing that my face is so round, like, and people are probably like not even caring about me. But I feel like in this new season and in this new year, I feel like I have the opportunity to just really be the best version of myself, and I'm so excited to see, you know, what I'll look like in 3 months, 6 months, a year, all of that. And I feel like I can really already see the difference. Like, I feel like my legs growing to, like, if you know me, you know that, like, all I've ever wanted was big calves and big quads. Obviously, you know, to like a healthy extent. Why am I not looking at the camera? I don't know. I feel like when it's recording on my phone, it's way more awkward. To a healthy extent. But I want to be like super defined. And I feel like if I, nothing else in my body changed. Like if I had to stay like with the same belly and arms, but I could have like massive, you know, like my dream quads or something like that, like I would be fine with that. But I definitely would like to use like some body fat in my belly. I think I talked about that in like the previous video for things I was going to take with me to 2021. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring that on and take you guys on this journey. I want to put like a whole lot more like fitness related videos and just mental health related videos, because not every day is going to be a good day. And I'm aware that like last week I was crying every single day because I was like going through it just with like friends and like having a hard time, and I didn't work out at all. Maybe like outside, I would use Just Dance as my way to work out, which is actually a really good workout. I was sweating, I had my sweat belt on, but like I wasn't actually like going to the gym. And now I feel like I'm learning how to like push the limits on my body in a healthy way, and it's actually crazy. Like I feel like before I would like push the limits on my body in very unhealthy ways, and now I'm learning the difference, and now I can be proud of my progress without expecting perfection. And I know that like I want everything that I do to always be sustainable, and I don't want to like be too hard on myself when I had a bad day, or like I didn't work out today, or man, like I ate McDonald's or ice cream. Like that's not like what I want for myself. I want it to be like, you know, balance, but like also knowing like I feel like the shift came from like, oh, when it was, instead of being like, oh no, I can't eat this, I want this but I can't have it, to like I can have it but I don't really want it right now, maybe next time. Or if I do want it, I'll give myself some, because I'm not going to restrict myself from that unless I'm like very serious. Like I really want Chipotle, but I gave up red meat for the month of January just to see if it had an impact on my body. And I literally genuinely think that like, I don't know how to explain it, but like not eating red meat, because if you know me, okay, first of all, I don't eat like a lot of like hamburgers and stuff, but steak is my favorite food, and I will eat a steak burrito from Chipotle. I was eating it like once a week, maybe twice, like my money was going to Chipotle. And I feel like ever since I've not really been eating red meat like that, I feel like I feel better. I feel healthier, like mentally. Like I feel like there's a fog over my brain, it's gone. And I'm not saying that was like caused by red meat or anything, but I just feel like an overall like shift in my body. Like I feel like I have more energy. Like I feel like I think more about like the foods I eat, I guess. Like I'm eating a lot more seafood. And if I just feel like way better. I don't know. So I think I'll probably like I'm gonna eat Chipotle, but like maybe limit it to like once every other week, or maybe that'll just be the only real red meat that I eat. But I just feel so much better, and I feel like I can see the progress. And so when I first started working out, this is what I looked like. If I can find a photo, I'll insert it here. And this is what I look like now. Obviously I feel like people that came at 16 pounds, like they was probably like not lying, because I sometimes watch this footage back, I'm like, is that really how I look? But yeah, I see like my legs growing, and I know this is just kind of like a rambling video, but yeah. I just kind of want to talk to you guys about that, especially if someone else is in like my same position. And there's like this machine, and they will like test your body fats and tell you like your body type or whatever, and like what you should eat and what you shouldn't be eating. And I learned something that I've always known, but it's just so nice to have like clarity on it and to not always feel like I'm going crazy, is that my body gains muscle very fast, which is why I love shoulders, but I'm very insecure about working out shoulders, because within like 2 weeks my traps are like, hi, how are you? I'm a cobra. And like that's something that like I'm a bit insecure about, because I'm not like, I don't like big traps. But my body loses fat very slowly, like even on like really good diet plans and stuff like that. It just is very slow to lose fat. So sometimes I feel like I can look, I can look even bigger, when reality it's like I'm just a whole lot of muscle, but because there's so fat on top of that, I look bigger than I am. Is that making sense to anybody else? Don't get me wrong, I still got a whole lot of fat, but it's like crazy, because I'm like, if you feel my legs or things like that, you can feel the muscle, but then like you can't see it because there's so much fat. So right now I'm just really working on like perfecting that, so that we can actually see all the progress that I'm putting in. And it honestly can feel so discouraging, like I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, but like today I felt like so proud. I felt like I could really see like as if all of my hard work was actually paying off. So I don't know, I guess maybe I'll react to this video like 6 months from now and hope that I actually look any different. And I feel like now that I'm out of fog, I feel like when you live on a real note, like if you've ever suffered from like, or you've ever had like a depression or anxiety or just really bad like stress, OCD, like your body hoards onto fat. Like I don't know like the science behind it, but it is so true. Like when I worked in my other job, I was stressed every single day. Like I would cry before I was going to work. I was like extremely depressed working there. And then when I like quit, my body just was like releasing all the fat that it was just holding on to. I was like, I should have quit this job a long time ago. But I feel like now, like I feel like I'm happier in overall every area of life. So yeah, I hope that this video made some form of sense at all. But yeah, that's what I want to talk to you guys about, of why you see me working out all the time if you follow me on Instagram, but you don't see my body making no type of changes. But trust me, the changes are there. Like I said, I'll insert pictures from where I started versus where I am, which is crazy because I'm about 30 pounds heavier than I was in this. If I use the picture that I'm thinking of, I was 30 pounds heavier now than I was in this picture. But you can definitely see such a big difference in like my body structure. So it's literally crazy. But yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. If you guys have any questions or want to leave your 2 cents, kindly let me know below if this is something that you've also struggled with. And I think it's also something that's really hard to, like, I know that I was gonna wrap it up, but just thinking of like, I don't consider myself to be an influencer. I have like 1,000 followers and like 50 subscribers. Okay, like don't nobody be watching me. But I think like when you do post on any form of public platform and you've been doing it for a while, like you start thinking in your mind, like people are like gonna think I'm crazy or that there's something wrong with me because I don't feel like I'm showing any real progress, blah, blah, blah. So it really does get to you, which is why I really wanted to make this video in case anybody else is struggling with feeling like you're doing so much work and you're not seeing the progress. Just know that like it's not in vain, and we're gonna look good. And I'm out of town at March, the very end of March, so I would like to look a little bit better for that. And yeah, so that's just kind of like my goal. All right, so I'll talk to you guys in my next video. If you stayed to the end, comment your favorite exercise, or if you don't have a favorite exercise, comment your favorite color, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.